Okay, so got myself a new motorcycle. Picked up a 1984 Honda CB450SC Nighthawk, and in pretty good condition. Certainly a working bike in working condition. I've taken off the seat and the side covers. I actually had both side covers, which are like gold. Everything is original. The only thing they've done is they've replaced the seat cover with a pattern seat cover, and it even says Honda on the back, and it has the straps, so it's pretty well identical to the original with the exception of the ridges. But other than that, yeah, the bike is entirely original. It has, let me see, what's it got? 64,000 kilometers. 64,900, so almost 65,000 kilometers on it. So I had to ride it about 40 kilometers from where I bought it to get it home. And on the ride, I saw that it was spitting and sputtering at low throttle openings. Once you got the bike up to 3,500, or you had your throttle open enough to get the engine up to 3,500, then it kind of evened out a bit. So the previous owner had not used it for a while, so I suspect that she had left the fuel tap open, and that the pilot jets had gotten clogged up a bit, because it seems to be the low speed circuit that's mostly affected. So the first job is to take off the carburetors and take out the jets and clean everything out again. She had told me that she'd had them rebuilt, but she didn't know what parts they put in. She wasn't the one that did it. So I'm assuming they might have put some new O-rings in it, and maybe an accelerator pump. This model of Cayenne carburetor has an accelerator pump. So the job today is going to be to take off the carburetors, open them up, and clean them up and inspect them and make sure that I'm okay with everything. Except for the low speed stuttering, they seem to work okay. For this bike, the other jobs that I'm going to have to do is both tires are no good. They're all dry rotted and split on the side. They held air, and I was a little worried riding home, but I got it home, and I'm not going to take any more chances. And the other job I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace the brake fluid. The brake works well, but I found that brake fluid's so cheap, it's just easier to make sure you get fresh brake fluid in these bikes every year. Alright, so to start out, and I went online and I found the Honda service manual, I found the Clymers service manual, I found a full set of parts fiche, which is really good. The microfiche are handy because it shows you all the pieces and also in an exploded view, so basically how everything goes together or comes apart. And I also found a PDF of the owner's handbook, so I downloaded all that stuff and printed out the manuals, and very handy, all free. You know, it's all online, it's all out of print, so somebody was nice enough to go on and scan it and load it up, so I was able to take advantage of that. Anyway, so to take off, first thing, once you've got the seat and the covers taken off, is to take out the bolt here, 12 millimeter socket, and two 12 millimeter bolts on either side of the frame for the front, and then you'll just slide have to take off that rubber boot and just slide the tank back and up and out of the way. After you've turned off the fuel tap and disconnected the fuel hose here from the petcock. So we'll get to work doing that, and then after that, what you do is you can drain this this bowl here, because the screw's on this side, but it's also on the same side on the right hand carb, so I'm going to have to wait to get the right hand carb off to open up the screw and drain out the gasoline. But you loosen off the carb boot band, you loosen off the airbox connection, and according to the, it's funny, I'm glad I got both manuals. Like the Honda service manual just says remove carburetors, like that's it. Clymers manual